All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting everything unstrapped. We're here at Main Street Cycling. We've got the CFORCE 110s, and we're going to show you how to service them, oil change. We're going to adjust the actual chain. We're going to lube the chain. We're going to clean the air filter. We're just going to show you what all to be checking for after you put a few miles on them. My girls have been riding them a lot, and we've got a race this weekend, so we're going to get them serviced and to show you what all you need to do if you have a CFORCE 110. Got my old 450. The thing is a ripper. Anyways, gonna get it unloaded and we will show you what to do. All right, so we got them pulled in the shop. You always want to try to clean them before you service your four-wheelers. That goes for anything really. Clean the area, clean where you're going to be working, especially around where we're going to be inserting oil. You don't want dust or debris going down in there. We wanted to clean our chain real good. We have to actually tighten it, so we cleaned it with some good degreaser and sprayed it out real good. We're going to tighten it, then we're going to lube it with some good chain lube that we can get here at Main Street Cycle. So we have let both of the engines run just a little bit to just heat the oil up, stir it all around before we drain the oil. So you just want to remove that drain bolt and let the oil drain out. That's a 17 millimeter?
Yeah. 17
millimeter oil drain bolt. We'll do that on both of the units. Of course, the owner's manual says like the first oil change should be at 200 miles or 20 hours. We're doing it just a little bit ahead of time because we are going to be, the girls are going to be racing these this weekend. So we're just going ahead doing the oil change and also to get this video out there to you. I was looking in the owner's manual for the CFORCE 110, and of course, legally, let me just say, hey, if you go by the owner's manual, then good. But I'm just going to recommend, and Joel did too, your break-in, it's just, they're saying it's just like the big bikes, and they're saying the break-in, engine oil, break-in maintenance interval, 20 hours, 200 miles. And with these little bitty, motors, it may be fine, but we're changing, like I said, we got 50 miles on both of these units. One's at like 49, the other's at about the same. But we're going ahead and change them. We recommend doing it a little earlier than what the book says, just to play it on the safe side. And then what's even crazier is after the periodic maintenance schedule, it says every 100 hours or 1,000 miles or at least 12 months. So every 12 months change it. So whichever one of these comes first, the owner's manual says to inspect for color change, change if dirty, change yearly if hours or distant interval is not met. I'm going to recommend cutting that in half. That's just me, if not more. I mean, I'm going to probably change theirs, every 3 months or so. That's just me. But if you follow the manual, can't go wrong. But that is, I don't know, that's a little bit long. It definitely won't hurt it to go ahead and change it at least every 6 months, depending on how often your youth are riding these four-wheelers. So anyhow, just a little side tip there from me. Okay, so now that we've got both of them drained, we're now going to be adding our oil. It takes about, I think it's 6.69 liters, a little less than 3/4 of the jug here. And as you can see, we're putting in 10W40. This is oil that you can get here at Main Street Cycle. You can get it at teammsc.com and get a oil change kit for your CFORCE 110. That's what we're using today. And we have several options for you. We've got the premium 10W40 like I'm using here. We also have an even higher quality full synthetic oil that you can run. We've got 5W40 and some other options for you and Joel's got that, yeah, right there. But you can order that from teammsc.com. I also, down the description of this video, right down there, you can click on that, open it up, and read down, and I have links to an oil change kit for a CFORCE 110. We also have oil change kits for, well, everything CFMOTO, plus other models and from other manufacturers are also added quite frequently. If you need an oil change kit, we've got you covered at teammsc.com. So now Joel is just inspecting the level, and we're going to get the level just right. So Joel is just putting the dipstick in flush. He's not screwing it in, and it's right up to the fill line. So we're good to go. Yeah, the top there. And he didn't screw it in, just put it flush and you can check it. So there's no oil filter on this that you change out. And that's another reason we recommend changing these a lot more often.
But it only holds less than a quart of oil and no oil filter. It needs,
yeah, change it quite often. All right, filling her up. Now we're going to be inspecting our air filter in both of them. And the more dusty the environment is, the more often you should check and inspect it. So it's not horrible. On this mesh screen here, that is there as a support for the air filter as it lays in here. Also, it's going to keep, like if your air filter was in real bad shape, keep it from, like if it was to break apart, it would keep it from sucking the air filter down into the intake there. So please make sure that this is in position like it should be and laying in there flat. And then we're going to clean our air filter, put it back in, and put our cover back on. So we're going to repeat the process over there on the red one. So the owner's manual for your OEM air filter, it actually says to replace and not clean. But you can get the OEM air filter. I have a link down in the description of this video, and they don't cost much at all, so you can order you a couple to have on hand and just swap them out as they get dirty. Really inexpensive. You can clean these though, although the owner's manual says not to.
the same foam as any other.
Yeah, it's just a foam filter. We do have air filter cleaning kits as well as oil kits. So we're going to use the degreaser here, the cleaner foam for the fabric air filters, and we're just going to massage that in. We'll rinse it out, let it completely air dry, and then we'll be ready to go. If you're wondering about removing the seat, it's just a little lever right here. Just take and pull that, and then pull it straight back and lift it out of your way. So we're going to clean this lid. Not terrible, but definitely needs to be replaced if you can. Like I said, not horrible. So we're getting a little bit of our oil for our filter. Just spraying a little bit on. Doesn't take much. We'll massage it in, wipe off any excess, and then we'll reinstall it. Once you get like a new air filter, if you try to clean the one that you have, you'll notice that it is a lot larger because it's not smashed down like it is when you first pull it out.
It's the size of the box, like the outer part, so it looks like it's too big.
Right. But it's supposed to be like that.
The same size as the lid.
Yeah.
And just touch this just barely under the edge.
Right, right. Yeah. Make sure it's all crammed in there, and that'll seal her off. And again, make sure the screen is in there laying flat. At this time, you can also, it's a good time to go through, just check your battery connection, make sure it's tight, make sure there's no kind of just buildup or anything on it. Make sure there's no deterioration of your wires or anything. Just go through it, give it a good visual inspection. If something seems off, you can just inspect that. And
something good to look at.
Yeah, you got fuses and your relays. Just make sure all that looks good. No corrosion, everything's looking nice. We have already adjusted the chain tension on this blue one. And you can see here, that's about how much you should have. I'm pulling on it pretty hard. You also have this tensioner right here that helps with that as well. Make sure all that looks good. But in the manual, you can see it says the tolerance here. You'll check it right in this area, and the value is between 0.19 inches to 0.59 inches, which is not very much slack. You do not have to have a rider on it to put in position like you would on a motocross bike. But anyhow, so you can see how much slack this one has. A whole bunch. And we're moving it a couple inches there. So we're going to first remove the chain or sprocket guard. And you just simply take and remove that bolt, and then there's one down here, right there. So we'll get that removed, and then we're going to loosen these two bolts here. That's a 15 millimeter. This bolt here, we're going to loosen it. That's a 6 millimeter Allen head. And then on this chain guard cover, you'll need yourself a T27 right there. All right, and you will need your spanner wrench, which should have came with your owner's manual and all that from your dealership. So that's going to go right here in just a moment to adjust that. But now we're going to loosen up these bolts. And they're on there pretty tight.
Just loosen them too. All it does is release pressure off of this main shaft that you twist.
Okay.
If you get it too loose, the whole rear is flying around.
Yeah. Don't go too much. Alright. Now, I'll take the spanner wrench, pull back on it. And then we will check here. And we're looking for, I'm going to go just under 1/2 inch from pushing down to the top side. And I'll put the camera down and I'll get that just right with my tape measure. Once you've got that at about a little less than 1/2 inch, we're now going to tighten everything down. And again, you can follow along in your owner's manual as well, as it shows you exactly what you need to do. We'll tighten all this down, and you can also inspect your sprocket teeth. Make sure they look okay, which those look good to me. Another very important step is lubing your chain. You should do this pretty much every ride. Before a big day of riding, you need to lube the chain, and we got this good premium chain lube right here at Main Street Cycle, and you can order that at teammsc.com. Got it right there, chain guard, the good chain lube.
Off-road and off and street, so street bikes and all use this.
Yeah, we use this on our dirt bikes, our street bikes, everything. It's the good stuff, and I have a link to that down in the description of this video, so you can purchase that. So you want to always keep your chain good and lubed. And now we'll go through a few more inspections and we'll be done with this thing. We've got them oiled down in certain moving parts, and we've used our Team MSC Shine Spray. This stuff is amazing. That's also available on the website. Makes that joker look brand new, better than it did off the showroom floor. We went through and checked the lug nuts on the tires. You can also, of course, follow along in your owner's manual. It gives you plenty of great suggestions and things that you need to also inspect on a regular basis. But hopefully this helped you, and if you take care of your machine, it will last you a long time and take care of you. We also got some fuel treatment, and we'll go get it. Remember, one of the worst enemies for any of these things in power sports is your fuel, man. Of course, number one would be clean your air filter, but the fuel that you're putting in it, some of these gas stations have bad fuel, and it will cause a lot of issues with water in your fuel, that ethanol, different things. So try to use you a good fuel treatment. We've got one. Let me go grab it real quick. We got our Helix 5-in-1. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I use it in everything I've got. My my dirt bike, my four-wheeler side by side, my lawnmower especially, and especially anytime I've just got extra fuel jugs it's sitting around, I keep this stuff in it. You can get that as well at teammsc.com, and I will put this in the description of the video as well. So go down the description of this video, there's tons of products for you to check out, or just search on teammsc.com. There's new stuff, new products being added to the website every day, every week. And we've got everything you need, one-stop shop. And we appreciate you watching. Thank you for all your support. We're going to continue to give you helpful videos. God bless y'all. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.